Steve's bedtime bollocks babble. So yeah, I'm gonna make a video because A, nobody ever fucking listens to them, and B, should the right people listen to it, I'd like them to hear the fucking words. So yeah, here we go. So Steve's having a myth because loads of middle class cunts are just losing their shit today over the A level results, and I really feel for little Timmy who put the work in. But little Timmy's got bigger things to worry about. There's no fucking jobs for little Timmy. Yeah, he's going to be an asylum seeker in fucking Saudi Arabia. Yeah, hoping not to get his head cut off for being human, and trying to convince them to accept fabricated grades from the worst government England's ever known. So yeah, fucking, it's not even the worst thing that I found out about today. So, so just fucking, oh man, yes, the government's shit. Seriously, but if all you've got to hit them with is a fucking A-level result cock up, just fuck off, go home. You're not even helping in the fight. You really fucking aren't. So, so yeah, basically, I'm really pissed with middle class people. I'm really pissed with maskers and anti-maskers fighting. I'm really pissed with vaxxers and anti-vaxxers fighting. I'm really pissed with blacks and whites fighting. I'm really pissed with boys and girls fighting. I'm really pissed with fucking this dichotomy bullshit that they've got going on to try and fucking distract us from the fact that we're just literally being factory farmed into oblivion. And yeah, you're just not fucking seeing it. You're really not seeing it. And I just don't know how I can fucking explain it to you. Put me in charge of a planet, make a virtual planet, build it inside a computer, put me in there, and I'll fucking fix it. Probably in 5 years, 10 years tops. You know, we're talking sort of like balance for carbon, fucking turnover, 30% of temperate zones back to reserves, turn deserts back into market gardens, and fucking let's have some abundance shit going on. Right, you've been manifest into this world. You've been born, your soul, or whatever you want to call it, your consciousness, that little thing inside your head, it came here. Right? Hook or crook, it came here. And that gives you the God-given right. When I say God, greater, outer, depth. It gives you the right to be and do as you will. Yeah. And that's it. That's the one written contract. You have to remember that the rest of the universe can do what it wills. So if you go around being a cunt, you might not last long. But that's the only rule of this universe. The rest of it's made up. Genuinely. An amoeba follows the rule I have just told you. It will go about its business. It will eat until it's eaten. Yeah? Sometimes they cooperate. Sorry if there was a flash of penis there. I am not editing this because I'm on a roll. So basically, slime molds. I've been going on about these since I was, 15, I think I first came to slime molds. And my dream, I'm going to have to clamp this phone with one hand because I don't like that shadow. My dream was that humans could be more like slime molds. And I like humans, I do. I'm an autistic person who genuinely loves human interaction. Yeah, it does my head in, but I actually seek it out. I wanted to learn how to get on with you guys and talk to you guys and be with you guys and have fun and shit. It's still not easy. Yeah. You can probably, none of you can say, oh yeah, I remember that time Steve says, let's go for a beer. Or Steve says, let's do this. Or Steve says, can you help him fix his car? Or, basically I'm there. If somebody's going, oh shit, I need this, I'll do it. But I'm really bad the other way. Yeah. So, big ramble. Completely lost my fucking thread of it. But yeah, pissed off with Island Labour and their press release when they can't even fucking... But yeah, going back to it. Middle class problems, no jobs anyway. Manifest into this universe. One rule, do as you will. But bear in mind that for the rest of the universe, the greater outer depth bit, you're the gid, greater inner depth. Everything inside you, gid. Everything outside you, God. Yeah, it kind of like works as a concept if you think about it. It's like you're just supposed to respect everything outside you, but you'll love and respect, and you also have to love and respect everything inside you, which is the fucking tricky bit. Otherwise, if you don't love this bit, you're disrespecting the whole. So anyway, it's turning into a fucking convoluted ramble. All started because I was pissed off with middle class people going, oh, little Timmy's fucking A-level results. Meanwhile, little Timmy, counterpart in Palestine, is getting fucking blown up. He's having his COVID medicine nicked. He's basically really struggling. And we are not showing equal worth to these issues, these individuals. Basically, we're in a completely fucked up, like, so it came up on the memories or something on Facebook today, and like there was some people on the beach. I don't know if it was fucking Photoshop, but I believe it, because I've met people who will just see a problem and just go, this is a problem, and walk by. They'll just avoid it. I have to say, sometimes you can. If it means that you and your mate are going to get shot in central Manchester because your mate's wanting to help somebody who's getting dragged into a car screaming, and your gut reaction is to pull your mate back down off the wall and throw him on the floor and sit on him and say, you don't know what that bloke's done to be getting dragged into a car, so do you really want to die for somebody who, for all you know, might deserve it? You don't know. Do you really want to die? And do you want them to come across here and then find me, kill me? Do you want them to find a car with the girls in it and kill them as well? You have to be careful in life. But generally, little problems like, card stand falls over in the high street and you see a car go to drive over it and you stand there so that the car can't drive, and then you help and you pick up the cards. That's the way you deal with it. Yeah. Car driver could have got out and punched me and said, what do you think you're doing? I'm going to work. Frankly, I was willing to take that risk. You know your risks, but you're here, you manifest, you have the right. The government doesn't have no shitting fucking rights whatsoever. That's made up. The only reason they've got that is because somewhere down the line, they used all these fucking manifest powers to basically ride into your village, kill you, rape your wife, steal your daughter, and leave your son to pick up the pieces and collect some more gold and trinkets and fucking shit for them. So that's taxation then. This is taxation now. Effectively, you're being factory farmed, and your will, your intent is being stifled. So, yeah. Stop looking at the piffling shit and just keep your mind clear. Yeah, you can't change what's happened. You can't change what's going to happen. Well, you can't change the future. You can't plan everything. You're not a mentat. You're not some fucking science fiction thing from Dune where you can compute every single nth degree probability and work out what's going to happen. You can guess. That's what autism's like. It's like being a mentat. You're just having multiple daydreams all the time of different scenarios. When it kicks in, it's like quite bizarre and confusing. But you can't. I've tried. You can't do it. It's like chess is about as complicated as the human brain can really do. So keep your mind clear, so that when you get an opportunity to do change, because it happens. Change doesn't happen in Parliament. It doesn't. Little bits of it do. Yeah. Change happens everywhere. And people say, you can't change anything. Can you believe that people say that? I've sent a shockwave out into the universe. Okay, it's not a big shockwave, but if there was someone walking past and they turned their head, you've affected not only change to the whole universe, because everything's linked, you've also affected change to another sentient watcher. And probably another 500 million more in your immediate vicinity. You know, just wood lice probably hear things. Bats probably hear things. Badgers, foxes. I don't know about. Yeah. Consciousness isn't necessarily tied to brain cells. It's nobody's actually proved that. Other than sort of like taking someone's brain cells away and then they go, well, they don't appear to have consciousness anymore. Well, how do you know? How do you know that consciousness? Yeah, it's not operating the body because the body interface has been taken out. But it doesn't mean that the consciousness is gone. There's no proof of that. Neither is there proof that it's still there afterwards. I could give anecdotal, and plenty of other people could give anecdotal. But yeah, it's, we're dropping off to the side and back in. My arms are aching. So, thing is, I tried filming the other way, and no, and I'm knackered. So yeah, off to rambling again. So first rule of the universe: do what you want, do what thou wilt. I tend to go with a second rule, which is do no harm, but take no shit. Tread lightly, yeah. But in fact, I'm lying. For years, I have taken shit. You might think Steve's not been taking shit. He's like pretty vocal about stuff. This is like 10% volume. That's how much shit that I've really had and kept quiet about. So yeah, I was joking about this, and it's like I always thought the age of Aquarius would be like this sort of like dawning of love, and you know, basically love, light, and happiness. And I think I'm rapidly coming to the decision that it is actually more about actually telling people to sort their shit out, challenging people, not letting people do the little shitty bits that become a habit, that become an addiction, and become a problem later when instead of killing ants or factory farming, yeah, animals, they start moving into killing dogs or factory farming humans. You get mission creep in the human mind, and if you allow little things to pass, if every time someone goes past you and you're on your mobility scooter, every time they go past you, if you say hi, because you say hi to everyone, and they turn around to you and say, you don't need that, right? Well, you don't need that. If you just go, meek, maybe that's what the meek will inherit the earth means. Because if you're meek, yeah, you'll end up with this same old shit forever. Just chains of shit running through life. Basically, we're still on a planet where, yeah, I know we're sitting in comfortable suburbia in the UK, and it's bonkers because literally the level of our level of poverty would be considered sheer luxury across most of the planet. But we're like happy little slaves. We're basically we're afforded this luxury because we're at the centre of a web, and they need happy slaves. And we are literally just lapping it up, going, yeah, I'm glad I'm not in Africa. I'm glad I'm not in Palestine. Yeah, I'll take my fucking plasma TV and my fucking foie gras and my fucking brie, which I was so worried about losing in Brexit, and fucking all my little middle class luxuries, and I'll get offended when someone calls me a cunt for not noticing Palestine, but I won't get offended by Palestine. Yeah, we really need to sort our shit out. And yeah, so back to the Age of Aquarius. I'm really thinking the Age of Aquarius is about standing up and going, do you know what? You're being a cunt. Stop it. And we can get on to not Lee Scratch Perry. Not Lee Scratch Perry. Peter Tosh lyric. Oh. Fucking brain's bad. Peter Tosh lyric. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to take a chance. Nobody wants to stand up and go, do you know what? We could have heaven on earth, but I'm not willing to fight for it. I'm not willing to struggle for it. I'm not willing to break a nail for it. I'll let them grind me into dust, building the machines to control my brothers, but I won't stand up. And that's the malaise of the UK. We're basically the lapdogs on the farm. Only America is more lapdog. And to be honest, I don't think America even compares with Britain. Yeah, we're really screwed in this country. And yeah, you carry on arguing about your vaccines. You carry on arguing about your fucking mask or no mask. Carry on arguing about fucking every little fucking thing. Or you can actually just concentrate on the actions. You see somebody walking down the street and they drop litter, tell them to pick it up. If they don't, pick it up and put it in the bin and go, there, I'll do it for you, you little fucking baby. You needed it fucking doing for you. And if they hit you, sue them. And if you don't win, find out where they live, go back and hit them, right? And let them try and sue you. But don't let them just drop litter and be too polite. Yeah, don't be the one to just go, I'll pick it up after they've gone, because all you're doing is you're just basically slaving yourself to others, and you're not affecting change to a world that you want to live in. If your thing is, it's like I'm on a mission with naturism at the moment. I'm fucking, two people tried to shame me in political debates, and they said, oh, but you go down rocking. And it's like, yeah, I go down the beach, I strip off, I go for a swim, I lay in the sun, I dry off, I chat to some people, I go for a swim. Yeah, I'm a naturist. People in glass houses. At the end of the day, if you're not doing no harm, You're all right. But if you are, I've got a feeling that things are going to get really tricky over the next period of time. So I would advise to flatten the curve. Just be nice. And then basically when all these like activated, like angry hippies start fucking fighting back, yeah, you'll just go, well, actually, I've changed. Yeah. Actually, I'm not going to drop the litter. Actually, I'm not going to let my dog shit outside your door. Actually, I'm not going to fucking shout abuse. Yeah, when you say, oh, can you just change your behaviour a little bit? Actually, I'm not going to walk through a line of 2 women and a man on crutches just because I'm pissed off. Actually, I'm not going to climb over the bloke in the supermarket who's on the floor struggling to get dog food. I'm just going to wait or ask him if he needs help. Basically, what's inside your heart tells you what's right. What's inside your gut tells you what's right. What's inside your brain can get fucked with by television, can get fucked with by newspapers, can get fucked with by having a small social group. And that goes for everybody. That goes for me as well. I've got rid of racist friends because literally I would have got just so angry they would have got rid of me anyway, so it just saved time. But certain things you can tolerate. And so yeah. Don't like that word tolerate. Certain things you can understand, you can get a feel for. Certain things you can't. Somebody comes to you and says, I'm a paedophile, my best advice would be like, put them on an island where you can't have babies and let them be, do art and stuff like that. Whatever they want on their island, as long as they're not hurting anyone. But just don't, if you had a smackhead, you wouldn't give him a job in GlaxoSmithKline because it'd just be too much temptation. But you could give him a job in a fucking garage because in the garage he's occupied, he's doing... Or you could give him a job in a stock market. No, don't, because they're all on drugs. You could give him a job in a hospital. No, not a hospital. What I'm saying is, basically, you play to people's strengths. And so, don't get too hung up on... It's not about perfection. It's about intent. It's about what you want to achieve when that action goes out there. Yes, you will fuck up. Yeah, I have. Everyone has. But I didn't do it on purpose. It was done with good intent, genuinely. I can think of times where that was different because, I'm not inhuman. Some people really do piss you off when you're going through adolescence and stuff, but yeah, generally, yeah, you mellow as you get older and you realise that people are just broken, just a little bit broken. Every one of us, me included. PTSD it's an absolute bitch, yeah, and it's under diagnosed. Anyone you know who's messing up regularly, and something happened somewhere. So, in summary, yeah, don't sweat the piffly little small bits, especially the bits the media tell you to sweat. Sweat for things like if you see somebody being racist in a bus stop, just say, "Hoi, I like brown people, just the same as I like white people, but I like this quiet person who's taken abuse a fuckload more than you, who's been a cunt. So I'm putting my name on the list of who's going to stand up and either take a kicking or give you one, if it comes to that. And then somebody else will stand up. But the thing is, if nobody stands up and you're that person, whether it be because you're a retard, or because you're a spastic, or because you're a nigger, or because you're whatever, right? If you're that person in that bus stop, it's fucking terrible when no one stands up to back you up. And yeah, the other day I was in the conversation, and the real crux of the conversation, they did a tarot reading and said, right, you've got to go and do this. But the real fucking eye opener for me, basically, I hadn't even ever thought these words, I don't think. I wasn't aware that I'd thought them. But it was just spilled out. I said, well, so I'm grateful for the pain I've had, because it lets me see what other people are feeling. And it lets them see, because I can look them in the eye and say that I understand. It lets me in some way help more. And I'm grateful. I really am. I'm fucking grateful. For I've never met somebody who's had an easy life who particularly bothers me. They're like, it's nice to see you. I don't hate you, but you've got nothing other than love and light. And that's great. I love love and light. Fucking all power to you. Great. But my job is not to deal with you. I ain't here for the happy people. Basically, I want everyone on the starting line. That's what I'm about. That's what I've always been about. I just didn't know it. And I think, the age of Aquarius is about basically getting that starting line. And that starts by every time you see someone stamping someone down, you pull that person back up. Don't worry about stamping the cunt down. Pull the person up first. Don't let them drown. Anyway, on that note, I'm out. I have babbled and left so many gaps. But if you want to know anything, give me where it is in the video so I don't have to watch an hour video and say, what were you on about here? Because you stopped talking and forgot about what you were talking about. I'll try and remember, because it's in there somewhere. So I'm just going to leave it now. Sorry about the fucking strange angle and possible exposures. I will watch it before I upload it, but I am not a computer. But anyway, I hope somebody watched at least the last 5 seconds to see what the conclusion was. And have fun. Bye.